An absolute state of emergency has just been declared for British nightlife, and it is all because of a single, highly controversial football match that is about to turn the entire country upside down. England is officially bracing for absolute chaos as the national team prepares to face Mexico in a World Cup clash that kicks off at the unthinkable time of 1 o'clock in the morning. For the first time in recent history, the government has been forced to step in and grant emergency licensing extensions, allowing pubs across England and Wales to keep their doors wide open until 5 in the morning. Imagine the scene: millions of fans packed into packed venues, completely throwing their sleep schedules out the window, all to watch 90 minutes of high-stakes international football as the rest of the world sleeps. It sounds like a wild dream, but it is a very real reality facing millions of supporters right now, and the reaction across the nation has been nothing short of explosive. To understand why this is causing such massive waves, you have to look at the sheer scale of the disruption this schedule creates. Usually, a major tournament game is a social event that fits perfectly into an afternoon or a primetime evening slot, boosting local businesses and creating a carnival atmosphere. But a kickoff at 1 in the morning changes the rules of society entirely. It forces everyone involved, from the fans and the pub owners to the local police forces and public transport networks, to completely reinvent how they operate. Public authorities are deeply worried about what happens when thousands of fans pour out into the streets at 5 o'clock in the morning, a time when public transport is barely running and the morning rush hour is just around the corner. Emergency services are already drafting extra personnel to handle what many fear could turn into a logistical nightmare, with the potential for unprecedented crowd control issues. Yet, despite the obvious panic from officials, the excitement among the fans is reaching a fever pitch, creating a fascinating cultural divide between those who see this as a recipe for disaster and those who view it as the ultimate footballing adventure. What makes this encounter even more intense is the sheer unpredictability of what will happen on the pitch. Mexico has always been a notoriously difficult opponent, known for their fierce intensity, incredible technical skill, and an undeniable ability to rise to the big occasion. They do not fear European giants, and they certainly will not be intimidated by the English media storm. For England, the pressure is immense. Every single tactical decision, every player selection, and every substitution will be heavily scrutinized by millions of sleep-deprived fans watching through nerves and exhaustion. A match of this magnitude requires absolute focus, but the bizarre timing means that even the psychological atmosphere surrounding the game is completely warped. This is not just about tactical formations or individual player matchups anymore, it is a test of pure endurance and mental resilience for everyone involved, both on the field and in the stands. As the hours tick closer to this unprecedented midnight madness, the debate over whether the government made the right call by extending pub hours is raging fiercely. On one side, business owners are looking at this as a massive lifeline, a golden opportunity to recoup losses and experience a historic night of trading that will be talked about for decades. For many local pubs, a 5 mornings in the row closing time means an incredible boost in revenue, turning a standard quiet weekday night into something resembling New Year's Eve on steroids. But on the flip side, local councils and residential groups are furious. They are raising serious questions about noise pollution, antisocial behavior, and the safety of workers who have to commute in the dead of night. How do you balance the economic windfall of a football celebration with the fundamental need for public order and safety? It is a delicate tightrope walk, and nobody truly knows which way it will fall until that first whistle blows. The logistical puzzle stretches far beyond the pub doors, affecting the very fabric of daily life the morning after. Major corporations and small businesses alike are quietly preparing for a massive wave of employee absences, with millions of workers expected to call in sick or turn up completely exhausted the following morning. It is a cultural phenomenon that only football can trigger, a collective agreement by a huge portion of the population to put their normal lives on hold for the love of the game. The psychological buildup is intense, and as we look closer at how communities are organizing themselves, it becomes clear that this is much more than just a game, it is a massive social experiment happening in real time. Think about the sheer dedication required to stay up until 5 in the morning just to see the final result. Fans are already mapping out their strategies, planning afternoon naps, booking the next day off work, and securing their spots in venues weeks in advance. The atmosphere inside these pubs is going to be unlike anything we have ever witnessed, a mix of pure adrenaline, nervous tension, and the unique camaraderie that only a major tournament can bring. But as the clock ticks closer to 1 a.m, the real question remains, will this historic gamble pay off with a legendary victory that justifies the chaos, or will it end in a devastating heartbreak that leaves an entire nation exhausted, frustrated, and filled with regret in the cold light of dawn? This is the beautiful game at its absolute most chaotic, where the boundaries of normal life are blurred and history is made in the strangest of circumstances. It is a night that will define this tournament, testing the limits of fan loyalty and public infrastructure alike. We want to know exactly what you think about this wild situation. Would you stay up until 5 a.m. in a packed pub to watch this match, or do you think the midnight scheduling has gone completely too far? Share your thoughts, your score predictions, and how you are planning to watch this monumental clash in the comments section down below. If you want to stay completely up to date with all the latest breaking news, deep dive analysis, and incredible stories from this World Cup, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now, leave a like on this video, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time as the drama continues to unfold.